I remember the first time that I saw Reason, and I was really amazed at just how consistent the entire aesthetic was and the workflow was, and geeking out on the way that the cables moved.
Our background is in building instruments. That's what we've always done. We always thought about the whole rack and everything in Reason as the super instrument that we always wanted to create.
It does what it does well, and you can't get that somewhere else.
We did the instruments in the rack that come with Reason because we think they're the right instruments and effects and stuff for people to use. And then there's been this explosion of amazing software instruments coming out in the market.
I personally have had conversations with Reason customers who say, I would love to have the full version of Ozone and have that available in the unique workflow that Reason has. Finally, I have an answer for those people that, yeah, you can have it.
When I found out that Reason is going to support VST plugins, I was incredibly excited, and not because, oh, finally those people will buy my products. The first reason was, now I have a new DAW to play with.
We have so many Reason fans that are asking for our products there. This is exciting, the fact that we actually can do it now.
My expectation of a Reason user is that they are curious and creative. They're looking always for new sounds and that next sound.
It's really straightforward. Reason finds all the VSTs you have installed on your computer, and they'll appear alongside whatever other Reason devices you have in your program, and then you just drag one into the rack. And what we do is we put in our VST device. The beautiful thing about Reason is that you can call up a piano patch and just play piano, and you don't have to worry about anything else. But you can also go really deep and start patching things up and building your own instruments. You know, the whole idea of what a synthesizer actually is. And now you can do that with VST instruments too.
We thought the best way to see how this works is to really see how this works. So I'll drag an instrument into the rack, and now Serum can be an instrument in your rack. I'm just gonna open this up and load a nice sounding patch. And with VSTs in Reason, you can really start using all of the powers in Reason, like CV and audio connections. So I'm gonna sequence this using a rack extension. I'll just hook it up with gate and CV. And now, I can use CV to sequence it. Let's also set up some modulation. I'm just gonna open the CV programmer here. I want to modulate the pan of this oscillator, so I just click Learn and select it. And then let's hook up Reason's native LFO, Pulsar. I'll just hook this up at the back to modulation CV input 1. Turn it up. And
I'm excited to see how it goes because I really think this changes the game for Reason users, not just to Serum and my plugins, but to all of the thousands of plugins that are out there.
Reason users I find to be some of the most creative people. That's why you're gravitating towards Reason, because you're trying to come up with something interesting and unique. That's what we're also trying to make.
My two favorite output titles are Rev and Exhale. What they do is really electronica-based, but it's also very organic.
If you listen to modern production nowadays, you have no idea what half those sounds are. They're things that are manipulated, and so that's really where we've found our grounding. Here's something that you've never heard before.
And the basic thesis behind starting Serum was that the synth that I want to use does not exist.
I love Serum. It's actually exciting to make sounds with it because it also looks good.
When you get to software, you can do everything, and so things can become very complex very quickly.
What I think actually characterizes iZotope is they take on these really complex technological challenges, but then they also manage to actually make that extremely complex technology make sense to a user.
We're all there trying to do something that we love, which is enable people to make music, to make art.
The whole thing that we do is just try to create a situation for people where they can make as much music as they possibly can and have as much fun as they can while they're doing it. That's why we created rack extensions. Having VSTs in the program allows us actually to focus the rack extension development even further. We can explore the differences between these formats.
It's open to the whole world.
Maybe next time someone asks me for a remix, I'll go, oh, I'll do that in Reason. I'm just in general thrilled to finally find this way that we can partner together.
It's a great sort of meeting of the minds of, similar interests.
You'll get the benefit of what is 16 years of experience now coming to Reason. They get that just sort of like